On February 18th, 2021, humanity achieved a feat that was unimaginable a few decades ago. We landed Mars 2020 on the surface of Mars. Now, this success embarks the beginning of a wonderful journey of space exploration, something that I'm personally very excited about. Now, in the Mars entry figure that's seen on the slide, we see a bright yellow spot ahead of the spacecraft. Now, this is the shock wave. Now, as a spacecraft enters the atmosphere of any planet, the air ahead of the spacecraft is compressed into what is called a shock wave. Now, this gas in front of the spacecraft causes excessive heating, and the thermal protection system, that is the outermost layer of the spacecraft, protects the contents within from this excessive incoming heat. The TPS, short for the thermal protection system, is shown in the schematic on the left on the slide. Now, my research is therefore focused on the design of this TPS. Now, due to lack of accurate design tools, the TPS thickness that is actually put on the spacecraft is almost double its design value that is obtained from computer codes. Now, this is done to ensure safety, but the downside is it costs more and weighs a lot more. For example, in the Mars sample return mission, the risk of failure is set to 1 in a million. So, again, reiterating, my research is therefore focused on developing better technologies to reduce the heating and literally preventing a burnout, and thereby reducing the thickness requirement of the thermal protection system. To this end, I have developed a novel technology called the TPS doping, in which I introduce micro balloons filled with certain materials called the shielding agents into the material that is shown in the schematic. Now, the concept behind this is as the TPS burns out, these micro balloons are popped open and their contents are released into a thin layer surrounding the spacecraft that is called the boundary layer. Now, the ideal candidates for these shielding agents are the ones that are capable of absorbing the heat that is being radiated from the shock layer, that is, these red lines. Now, here I would like to draw your attention to a concept of physics, which states that molecules are capable of absorbing only certain number of heat packets. For example, a car can run only on 4 wheels and an 8-wheel truck can run only on 8 wheels and not vice versa. Similarly, molecules, although capable of absorbing heat, can do so only in certain number of heat packets, which is different for different molecules. So therefore, what I did was I computed properties of different molecules and then selected the molecules with the most favorable properties as the shielding agents. Now, I have successfully demonstrated this new shielding technology and shown that it's capable of reducing as much as 50% of the heating on the surface of the spacecraft. Therefore, the methods put forward in my research are going to change the state of the art modeling capabilities of space agencies throughout the world for years to come, and therefore save millions of dollars in experimentation and material requirements. Thank you.